Mađđįson Clarkson would like to contact her mum, Leslie, who passed away 5 years ago. She keeps hearing her voice saying her name, and would like to know if she's trying to send her a message. So what we'll do, let's bring the two worlds together and let's see what that message is. I'm going to use these mediumship cards here, and we'll shuffle them and we'll ask for Leslie to join us and leave a message in the cards. In the cards, in the sense each card has a pre-written message on it, like a pre-written sentence, as you could say. And it means that, okay, it might not be word for word as Leslie would say it, but it's the sort of thing she'd say. The conversation cards, really, in the sense of, I call them a phrase book from the other side, or for the other side to use here. A bit like when we go to another country and we use a phrase book, don't we? And as I've said before, we somehow ask where the bus stop is and somebody shows us where the nearest Chinese restaurant is instead. So, okay, let's get the cards now. Let's settle down and we'll shuffle. And as we do shuffle the cards, of course, we're going to ask Leslie to join us and convey the message that Marston thinks has been sent there. We know, of course, that the name has been mentioned, don't we? We know that, so I suppose we've got something to go on, haven't we? So, okay then. As we shuffle the cards, then we ask for Leslie to join us, and we just ask, Spirit of Leslie, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Leslie, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Leslie, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Leslie, through these cards and move among us. Spirit of Leslie, we ask for your presence. Commune with us, Leslie, through these cards and move among us. Blessed be to Leslie and all absent friends. And we cut the deck like so, and where the deck splits is where it's thought Leslie will have no doubt left her message, and we just place the deck just here, just so you can see it there, and then we'll deal out the cards in front just there for you. So first of all, welcome Leslie to our setting. Thank you for your time, thank you for your energy, and thank you for joining us at this time to try and, I suppose, I don't know, is it to clear up why you're calling out Marston, why you're calling out your daughter's name there, Marston's name, I don't know. So what would you like to say to Marston? You've got the floor there, Leslie. You say your piece, and we'll pull off the first card and we'll see what the first thing is. I normally pull out 3 cards, a bit like beginning, middle and end. That's how I sort of see it, like a beginning statement, middle statement and end statement, sort of, to sort of make like a statement, as you say. And if any more, if we feel as if any more cards should be drawn, or we feel drawn to another card being pulled out, I'm sure Leslie will give us a sign, or we'll suddenly feel the urge to do that. But for now, let's just see what this is about here. The first card there, as you can see, Marston, your mother Leslie is just saying that tears cleanse the soul. She's saying it's okay to let go. That's okay. it helps. And why, Leslie, are you calling out a name? Why are you calling a name? Is that what you want to tell her? That you just want to say that the tears cleanse the soul, and it's okay to let go, and you don't mind feeling the pain there. Yes. Okay, was as Martin says, that it was 5 years ago, wasn't it, since she passed over to the Summerlands? But it must be terrible. Let's see what the next card is. What you've left for there. What else has Leslie got to say? Correction. We'll just flip the card again, nice and slow there, not to disturb the energy. And oh, look at that! I got a feeling as though there is a fork in the road, in the sense you don't know which way to turn there, Martin. But your mother's just saying, I'll always point you in the right direction. It's okay to let go. I'll always point you in the right direction. Why am I sort of getting as though this feeling as though I'm just thinking this? Don't know if it's right, wrong. I don't know what it is. But why am I sort of getting this feeling as though you are at a crossroads in your life, or if it's a relationship thing, a financial thing, a career thing, or just in general, I don't know. But why do I get this funny feeling as though you just wish your mum was there to probably help you and point you in the right direction? Well, I get a funny feeling that she's just saying, I'm here. So, hard luck. In that sense, sort of, I suppose, view it that way. I'm here, so you can't get rid of me that easily. In that sense, yes. I'm not here physically, but of course, so it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let go. That's what it's about, isn't it? It's about a healing process, but nevertheless, I'll always point you in the right direction, even though I'm over here. It might not be over there physically, but I'm still over here. I'm still here, if you get what I mean. That's what I got a feeling that she's saying that. Well, I'll just pull this other card here. Of course, I try and do everything all in one shot on the video, in the sense that you see the shuffle and everything, so you know it's easy to fake these things if you're using video. You just switch from one shot to another and arrange things and whatever, and it can be a bit unfair, can't it? But let's just see what this card is here. She says, tears cleanse the soul. I'll always point you in the right direction. And my death was, she's using that card that says my death was painless, so don't hold on to guilt, don't worry or hold on to guilt. As if to say, 5 years ago when I went to there, Martin, I did, the point of death itself was painless. So I don't know if she was sick and she was drugged up, as you'd say, then that's fair enough. At the point of death, my death itself was painless. So don't you go, and maybe that's probably why sometimes there are the tears as well, other than missing your mum, you got nobody to talk to. But you have us here now, as she's pointing you in the right direction. She'll send you a sign. Our ancestors, ancestral spirit guides always send us signs and omens, things that happen. Yes, happen, but of course, it's our ancestors talking to us, and in this case it'll be your mum, won't it? There, Marson. And she's just saying that my death was painless. Don't worry, hold on to guilt or anything like that. Don't go blaming yourself. And I know you do, and I know you. Why am I getting this sort of thing as though you're blaming yourself for not being there and you could have helped in some way? I don't know. I'm sort of getting with it just being that energy, that card there that your mum is sort of. So she said so far that tears cleanse the soul. I'll always point you in the right direction, and my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. I want to pull out another card. I don't know why. I just do. I just want to grab that card off top there. Why? Let's just see why. We'll soon find out why. And there she's saying, just saying to you there, as you can see, there's a unicorn there, isn't it? A magical sort of energy there. She's just saying, as a soul, I can be in several places at once. And this is the thing, isn't it? Because we're in a timeless dimension, we can be anywhere we want, really. And we can also be everywhere at once, omnipresent. We can be upstairs and downstairs at the same time. When we're here in the physical, of course, we can't. We can only be in one bloody place, can't we? Because we're trapped in the three-dimensional, or we're trapped in 3 dimensions, I suppose you could say. But of course, once death comes and we're released from that physical, as if you view it that way, because it's the physical that gets sick after all. But once we are released from that physical, we're free to move through space and time and be in several places at once and several times at once. So for as much as you're here now there, Leslie, aren't you? You're here now talking to us. You're also there as they're watching the recording, because you're in several places at once, not just in physical but in time as well, not just in space but time as well, because time is an earthly thing, isn't it? It's not I want this card, I don't know why, I just won't grab that card, my fingers are itching. And she's just saying, I'm just a thought away. That's what she's saying there, Luke. I don't know if you did you see that there? I'm just a thought away. As a soul, I can be in several places at once, and I'm just a thought away. So you just think about me there, and I'm there. I mean, Leslie, she says she hears your voice calling her name. Why would that be? So just grab the cards there and just go through them briefly to see if there's any sort of hint that maybe why that is. Tears cleanse the soul. Maybe she's saying Marson, or calling out your name. I'm not sure about the pronunciation of your name there, so I'll just call you Marson. I'm quite. What's it? There. But she's calling your name either way, and as if maybe to say, look, tears cleanse the soul. It's okay to let go. Don't worry. It's okay to let go. If you want to let go, you let go, and you do it. And I'll always point you in the right direction, or because I'll always point you in the right direction. Maybe tears cleanse the soul, so you're able to move on and able to find the right path. And until you've not let go or got over it, because we don't expect you to. We don't want to get over it, do we, Leslie? Really, we don't expect you to. But what we expect is to cope with it. That's all we want to do, is cope, isn't it? And we know that your death was painless, so it's no use, Marson, there getting all that up and getting all concerned or anything, or feeling guilty about it. So that we know well, we know the point of death itself was painless, and I suppose you could say beautiful to some degree, in the sense of, of course, you will have seen the light, and you would have gone through the tunnel through the light, or wherever, whichever channel you took to get there to be with everybody else, and that's the main thing. But for as much as you're over there now, nevertheless, as a soul, you can be in several places at once. So for as much as you can be over there, you can be over here as well, can't you, Leslie? You can be over here, right, with Mađđįson, who's no doubt thinking about you, and no doubt knowing that you're only a thought away. She's only got to think about you there, Leslie, and that's it, isn't it? Maybe, in a way, maybe it isn't so much you, is it, Leslie, that's calling out her name? Maybe she's calling out your name. Maybe she's saying Mum. Maybe she's calling your name, and every time she does it, every time she thinks about you, you're there. And isn't that a profound thing? Isn't that a nice thing to know? A reassuring sort of thing to know, really, that you've chose those cards for her. So she sits there, looking out, wondering, thinking about you. You're there. It's not just her. You're both there together, and that's what I'm getting from that. I get it's more like a calm sort of feeling, sort of energy there from you there, Leslie, as if to say it's okay. You know, it's okay to feel that way. I'll help you cope. I'll always point you in the right direction. If you want to cope, I'll help you cope. But I'm just a thought away, and that's the main thing. I can be in several places at once. So remember, I can be watching over you. I know all the other members of the family that I was going to say I left behind, but that's if you've left them behind and they haven't gone anywhere, it's a bit of a funny thing to say that they've left them behind. They've, just as I always tend to view it, they've got out the car has clapped out, but they've got out and not walk it. So your mum there is having to walk it. She's still alive. It's just the car's got no driver anymore. It's a write-off. But laughing and joking apart, of course, there's no laughing matter that. But of course, that's the way I try and view it. That card there, you see this card here? Can you see how it's leaning off there? I want to take that card and I want to see what it says. I'm nosy and I get a funny feeling it's leaning off for a reason. Maybe it's just saying, you and nosy you are, take a look at me. But I think it could be Mum there. Just although she said I'm just a thought away, and she just said that you know, don't go feeling guilty about anything. Don't you worry. I'll always point you in the right direction. She's saying if I'd only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. I'm just a thought away. If only I know. If only I'd known then what I know now, I'd have lived differently. As if this is a regret. Is this a regret there, Mum? Is that what it is, Sir Leslie? If you'd have probably known this was bad for you, that was bad for you, then you would have lived differently, and probably it wouldn't have happened, and you probably may have still been here. Look, Leslie, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. Even, I'm sure, from where you are now. Even from where you are now, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. And maybe that's what it's down to, isn't it? Really. Maybe, I don't know. I sort of got a feeling as though Mummy is saying to you there that don't you go feeling guilty. I'm the one who should have watched myself and took care of myself a bit more, and I wouldn't have left you that way. I get this. That's what she's trying to say. I don't know, but I can be as a soul, I can be in several places at once. I was going to pull that card, but I'm going to leave it. Something just said no, or not no, but that's it. Don't bother. I've got a feeling as though this is it. That's probably why she's been just trying to call out your name, just to say sorry, or just to utter that regret, to say that. But as we all say, and as we all know, Leslie, as I've said before, the benefit of hindsight is a wonderful thing. So if you're over there or over here, join the bloody club. That's all I can say to you there. So I think for now, welcome to planet Earth. If it's taken you that long, Leslie, you've had to be on it and sort of leave it to find out what it's about, then don't worry, we all learning, aren't we, all the time. But laughing and joking apart there, you have got a nice energy to you, more of a frank, yes, a frank to the point sort of energy, but I do sense this sort of feeling, this feeling of regret within you, just with that last card that come out of there, that last one. I just felt as though you wanted us to see. What's that one now? Why am I pulling that one out there? Yes, that I'm just pulling that to there. It says my okay. I didn't look after myself there, Marston, but my death itself was painless. So she was well. I get the feeling as though she was well looked after at the end. So don't you go feeling bad about it or anything. Tears do cleanse the soul, though, and it's a healing process, and that's what it's about. But until we do meet again, I'm sure we will all meet again. We can all have a good chat when we do. But for now, of course, unless we feel drawn again to make that connection with you there, Leslie, it's been great meeting you, and great having that chat, and just yes, I suppose sharing with that personal moment as always is, I suppose, between mother and daughter there. Really, for now, we know that the tears that cleanse the soul are tears of love, aren't they, really? And that's the main thing. The love art there on that card there, it does show it, doesn't it? Just show it there again, just to show you there. And that love there, of course, is the law, isn't it? Love is the law. Love is the bond between mother and daughter. Marry, did we meet? Marry, do we now part? And Leslie, marry, may we meet again. And for now, we just place the rest of the deck on top of Leslie's cards, and as we do so, we just close our eyes and we visualise a door, open door with a bright white light shining through it, and no doubt it's the light of love where Leslie is. And as we do, we just to close the setting, we just imagine that door closing slowly and the light slowly fading. And as it fades, the darkness returns, and we are back again here. Blessed be to Leslie and all absent friends.